for all those who have sustained for these 19 days, there might have been some change that you would have noticed in yourselves. Even if there is no change, there is changes that are happening. There are changes that are happening inside you which you might not be aware of. Yeah, and probably in the most uncanny, unexpected situations, these changes will surface. Sometimes the changes are not too much on the physical level. They might be on the mental level. Yeah, but it starts with the body, of course. Yeah, so once we start seeing those tangible changes in our body, कि हाँ पेट कम हो रहा है, गुस्सा कम आ रहा है, all right, I'm a little more calm right now, I'm more energetic right now. Yeah, these changes, and the best part about yoga is that we get what we need. We don't get what we want. Yeah. So that 1 hour on the mat, that half an hour on the mat, that commitment that we are giving every day to our own selves, that time that we are giving to our own selves, that has its own repercussions, its own benefits that we probably even we can't think for our own selves because someone else is thinking for us. Yeah. All right. So thank you. Go so good to see all your smiling faces early in the morning. Yeah. So let's get charged. Let's get ready. And of course, let's start our day with the divine sound of Om. Requesting everyone to sit comfortably in Sukhasan, Padmasan, or Ardha Padmasan. Keep your spine erect. Just observe your posture. Be very mindful about your posture. Palms on your hand, on your thighs, facing the ceiling. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Let's take one more deep breath in and breathe out completely. Let us chant Om 3 times. Take a deep breath in for Om. And together. Om. Keeping your eyes closed, I just want you to observe your breath. Take all the attention to the breath. And see if just by taking your attention, you can set a nice pattern to your breathing, a nice rhythm to the inhales and the exhales. Keep a nice smile on your face. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to keep your palms facing downwards, clasping the knees. Push your arms a little so that your back is completely straight. We're going to begin with 3 rounds of Kapalabhati pranayama of 20 breaths each. Right? So Kapalabhati, forceful exhalations and involuntary automatic inhalations. Right? Let's start. In and together. And relax. Keep your palms facing upwards. And just observe that first incoming breath after the Kapalabhati pranayama. Just becoming aware of any sensations in the body, if any. With every round of Kapalabhati, we tend to become a little better in our practice. Notice the difference between the first, second, and the third rounds. Let's get ready for the second round. Palms facing downwards, clasping your knees, spine erect, together. Let's get ready for the third and final round of Kapalabhati Pranayam. Together. And palms facing upwards, spine erect. Normal breaths. And just observe the body. Observe the sensations. Observe the vibrations of energy. Don't forget to keep that smile on. Let us do a few rounds of Nadi Shodan Pranayam. Your left hand will be in Chinmaya or Jnana Mudra, and it will be resting on your thigh or your knee. Your right hand, two fingers will gently be touching the space between the eyebrows. Make sure that your head doesn't fall down. Keep your head nice and erect in line with the spine. The thumb will be operating the right nostril, and the ring finger will be operating the left nostril. To begin with, take a deep breath in. Close your right nostril and exhale from the left. Hold. Inhale from the left. Hold. Exhale from the right. Hold. Inhale. Right. Hold. Exhale. Left. Inhale. Left. Hold. Exhale. Right. Continue at your own pace. out from the right nostril. Let this be your last round. And slowly open your eyes. It happens, right, that you don't feel like talking right now. You don't feel like you just want to be in that state of silence. No matter how much we indulge our senses, a beautiful scenery, an amazing smell, the sense of touch, the sense of hearing, eventually our senses get tired. No amount of scenery, smell, sound, music, or touch can actually satisfy us. And after every indulgence, if you have noticed, we want to come back and we want to just stay silent for a while. Um, Amazing music, amazing concert, beautiful classical music. Enough. Now I want silence. Yeah? You travel around the world, you see the Himalayas, you see the Alps, you go to Switzerland. Now you come back home and just relax. So we always want to come back home. And what is home? The home is our center. The practice of yoga, pranayama, meditation, it reconnects us with the center. Yeah. So with that intention, that today, let us come back home. We are almost on a journey. 21st June, all of us are going to get enlightened. Yeah, in this 21-day pattern that we follow. Yes. So let us start lightening our body to enlighten our minds first. Yep. So sit comfortably. We're going to start with some simple body rotations. As bed में ठीक करना. Today most of the asanas we are going to do sitting. आराम से with lot of love we're going to pamper our body. Alright. So you can sit comfortably. There is an asana called as Siddhasana. So this is Sukhasana. In Siddhasana, you keep both the feet at the same level. Yeah. So both your knees are flat on the ground. The advantage with Siddhasana is that your ankles and knees will not fail because they are at the same level. So many of us who can't sit on the ground in the cross-legged position for a very long time and we start moving our bodies, it might affect our meditation practice. So if you feel that this is uncomfortable, make sure that you're sitting in Siddhasana comfortably. All right. So keep your palms on your knees. Let's breathe in. And slowly as you breathe out, let's come down all the way to the ground. And let us begin our body rotations from the right. Make the biggest circles that you can and go as slow as you can. Very, very, very mindful. Make sure that your knees are not lifted from the ground. Once you're going to the right and your left knee is trying to lift, make sure that your hand is keeping the left knee on the ground. You might feel some opening up in different parts of your hips, your waist, your back. Marry breath with movement. As you breathe in, you rise up. And as you breathe out, you come down. With every degree of rotation, you should feel a stretch on a different part, on a different muscle of your body. Let's change the direction. Now the other side, starting from the left. Keep your neck in the same line as your spine. We tend to move our neck separately. No, your neck and your spine, right from your tailbone to the top of your head, is moving in one unit like one rod. This is the last round. Slowly coming back to the original position, we rise up. Perfect. Beautiful, you guys. Now, we're going to try and arch our back like a wave, slowly rise up, and then curl our back around our shoulders. So you may watch it once. What we're going to do is we're going to dive down. Imagine you're diving down into the water, rising up like a wave, and then arching back to dive once again. All right. So you may watch it once. I'm going to go down. I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to come up. I'm going to roll my shoulders and arch my body and see if I can make a nice convex lens over here. All right. So concave and convex lenses. Physics mein bachpan mein, right? Inhale as you rise up, arch, and exhale as you go. Yeah, can we do that together? Right? Let's start. Together, inhale. As you rise, curl your shoulders, exhale, and stay there. Feel that nice stretch opening of your shoulders. Once again, dive down. Inhale as you rise. Exhale as you go. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Roll your shoulders. Arch your back. Exhale. Last one. Dive down. Inhale as you look up to the ceiling and exhale as you look towards your navel. Now we're going to repeat this posture but with our hands. Everyone dive down, stretch your hands. Inhale, hands towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands all the way up. All right. Now pull yourself as if you're rowing a boat. Once again, go down. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, hands to the front. Pull yourself back once again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, straight. Rowing a boat, pulling yourself forward. 2 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, straight. Once more. Coming down. Inhale. Rise, exhale. Stay where you are. And we are going to continue this, adding our feet to it now. Pull yourself up. There. Inhale, rise up, and exhale if you can keep your feet here. Stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here. Yeah. If you want, you can straighten your feet, but you can keep it bent for the time being. Make sure you roll the shoulders, don't arch your back over here, roll the shoulders, fine, is it right? Let's do this 5 more times. Cross your legs, go straight. Inhale as you rise up, exhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. Cross, dive, rise up, inhale, exhale. Namaste. 2, 3, 4. 3 more. Dive, rise, and legs. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Dive, rise, and stay. If you can, let's try a little 2 toe taps over here, okay? So tap, lengthen, tap, lengthen. Oh, it's burning. 3, 4, 5. Just stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. And relax. Coming back. Let's come into a butterfly position, Badak Konasana. Keeping your heels as close to the groin as possible. Knees, jitna niche jata utna jane do. Right? No need to pressurize it. Automatically, let the knee go down. For those of us who want to go deeper, you can breathe in and try to go a little lower. Make sure that when you're going lower, the tendency of the hip will be to rise a little so that your hip will come off the ground. Make sure that your hip stays on the ground, your tailbone stays on the ground, and then you bend down as much as you can. If you can, touch your forehead. And if you want to go even deeper, then you can extend your hands and pull yourself forward. Stay in this position for as long as you can. But with every breath, make sure that you go a little deeper in your pose. Okay. And one, slowly walk yourselves back up all the way. The hips feel open. Right? Now, let us work a little on our legs and our spine. So, stretch your legs in front of you. Stretch your legs in front of you. Make sure that you flex your feet. Flex, not point. All right? So, the feet have to be flexed towards, pull them towards. Automatically, when you flex your toes inwards, you will notice there is a nice tension in your feet. Your feet are strong. So if you touch your thighs right now, oh, they feel good. Strong thighs I have. Huh? But if you leave them loose, you see how dhila the thighs become? Have you noticed this? Yeah. So keep it straight. If you have a dupatta or a strap, you can use this if you don't have that mobility in your spine yet, because in the morning the spine is a little stiff. And you might try this, you might want to try this. If we have a desk job, if we are sitting for a long time, right? If you try this in the evening, even in the evening, it will be difficult because our spine is so stiff because we've been sitting. So we can't really hold our toes. It's very difficult. But if you've been standing, if you've been walking, if you've been moving around, you try the same pose in the evening, it will be easier, right? Notice that. For the ones who have enough time to go and grab a dupatta or a strap, you can just wrap it around your feet. Okay. Inhale, make sure your spine is erect and bend from the lower spine. Make sure that you are not arching. Don't go like this. Make sure that your bending is happening from the lower back. Go as deep as you can. Feel that stretch. Just enjoy that stretch. For those of you who don't have a dupatta or a strap, no worries. Just grab hold of your toes. Okay, make sure that you're bending from the lower back. And if you can bend no more, if you reach as far as you can, then you might want to tuck your toes. Tuck your nose inside, touch them to the knees. Once again, with every breath, with every inhalation, you strengthen, and with every exhalation, you relax and go a little deeper. Trust me, with every exhalation, you think that you've reached the furthest position that your body can. But you know what? There is always that one more inch that you can push. Keep trying. If you want to try some variation, you can hold the feet from the outside, interlace your fingers. You can interlace your fingers and go a little deeper. As far as you can go. It's completely up to you. Just stay there for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, very slowly rise up. The spine feels good and stretched, right? This is called as Paschim Uttanasana. Now, let us try certain variations of the same stretch. Today, we are only going to focus on our leg and our spine. All right. Keep your right leg close to your groin. You remember how we told in Vrikshasan? Like in Vrikshasan, your leg has to be either above or below the knee. All right, but not on the knee. Similarly, over here, keep it on the thigh, on the inner thigh, not on the knee. Make sure that the right knee is completely 90 degrees. It's not facing backwards, nor is it facing forwards. 90 degrees to the side. Okay. Your front leg, your left leg, will be pointing straight. And of course, flex your toes. Now you will notice that the tendency of the body is to turn towards the side. Have you noticed this? See, all of you whom I can see, automatically your body has turned towards the side. Make sure that you turn the body, turn your waist and face straight. Automatically you will feel that the right side of your body has some strain. Good, that's important. Make sure that you're straight. Keep your hands by your side. Keep your hands by your side of the ground. And just try to walk slowly, walk a little forward. Be very, very aware that I don't want to arch my back. I want to keep my back straight. All right. Go straight, go straight, go straight. Keep going, keep going. The back is straight, the back is not bending. And now when you feel you're ready, grab hold of your foot and just stretch. This is called as Janu Sirsasana. Stay there. Once again, with every exhalation, go as deep as you can. See if you can touch your nose to the knee. But that is not the goal, students. That is not the goal, my yogis. The goal is to keep that spine erect, keep that spine straight, and you have to move your forehead to your toes. Generally, we try to touch our nose to the knee, but that's not the objective. Try to move your forehead to the toes. And if you want to feel that stretch, just flex your toes and you will feel that sensation. Stay there. I know it's paining. You know, my teacher used to say, the bigger the pain, the bigger the smile should be. If you're not smiling, I will think that it's not paining only. Then I will keep torturing you even more. Make sure you're smiling. Stay there for 3, 2, and 1. When you come back the same way that you went in. Slowly, slowly walking yourself back up. Very, 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 very gentle. You might feel a slight difference between the left and right side of your back. Yeah. So let's neutralize that. Let's try the same thing with the other leg now. Keep your right leg straight, the left leg on your inner thigh, the knee flat on the ground. Flex your toes. Inhale. Slow exhale. Slowly start walking, crawling forward, crawling, keeping your back straight. Inhale and down. Inhale a little more. Inhale a little more. Keep going as much as you can. Remember to keep breathing throughout the pose. We are holding the pose, not the breath. Flex the toes. Become aware of that best position in the body. Make any adjustments that you feel like. If the spine is opening up, make sure you square the shoulders such that both the shoulders, the chest is parallel to the ground. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up very slowly, crawling back. Feels good, doesn't it? Let us try different variations of the Janu Sirsasana. Today I'll focus on one asana and I'll teach you multiple variations of the same. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same pose, but the only slight variation would be that the leg would be under your hip. So lift your hip and just place the ankle underneath. So if you notice, there is a slight gap between the thigh of the left leg. Your hand can go through. There is a very slight gap. Okay? Once again, the body will be tilted. You all will be sitting like this. Make sure that you put a little pressure on the ankle and sit straight. Let us be straight and not tilted. Okay? Sitting straight. We're going to do the same thing once again and just observe the subtle difference in this pose where you feel the stretch. Now, this might be a little challenging. Keep going. Hold your leg if you want. A strap really helps. A strap or a dupatta, if you can't go deep, just wrap it around and pull. Stay there for 4, 3. Flex those toes. 2. And 1. Slowly release and come back. Same thing with the other leg. Keep your left foot under your thigh. Flex the right toes. Body squared. Turn and pivot the body so that it's facing the center. Walk. Inhale. Walk. Inhale. Walk a little more. Inhale, grab hold of that foot if you can. Inhale and go as low as you can. 4, 3, 2. This works more on the leg than the back. And 1. Slowly release. We're going to do the last variation of the Janu Sirsasana series. This time, we're going to keep our leg on top. Yeah, keep your leg on top. For those of us who are a little more flexible, you can take your right hand from behind your back. Try to grab hold of the left toe if you can. So this is the position that we want to be in. If possible, if it's not coming, it's absolutely fine. You can just keep your hand on the back. That's okay. All right. But if you can, try to grab hold. Take your left hand up and slowly bend forward and grab hold of the foot and switch. 4, 3, 2, and gently come back. This is such a small variation in the same pose, but it works on such different type of muscles, right? Let's do the same thing with the other leg, the left leg now. Jog. Generally, it might be that one side is easier for you than the other. That means if you're a righty, generally our right side is much more flexible and our left side is much more stiff. Yeah, or it can be the other way around also. So we can just become aware of our own body so that I know that what I have to work on. Right? So now you can try and grab hold of the left. This is a little more challenging for me. Yeah. Inhale, up and down. Slowly, if you can grab your feet, grab hold and down. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and gently release. Slowly. Now that we've done a lot of forward bends, let us try to get into a small back bend. Okay. For this position, I would like you to come into a kneeling down position. Right? A knee down position. This is one of the challenging asanas in yoga. So please push your body only as far as it can go. This is called as Ushtrasana or the camel pose. First, let us make sure that we support our lower back with our hands. Yep. With every round, I'm going to try and take you a little deeper into the pose. First, roll the shoulders and just look up. And push your hips a little forward, just a little. Stay there. Now, bring your chin to your chest and slowly come back to the same position that we started from. Yep. Supporting the lower back is a little critical over here. For those of us who found this easy and want to go deep, you can hold the left ankle with the left hand, the right ankle with the right hand, and push the hips forward. Stay there for 3, 2, and 1. Support your back, chin to the chest, and slowly sink down into Malasan or the child's pose. It's very important to counter a back bend with a forward bend. We are just verifying the strain of the muscles that we might have put unknowingly by trying to push us a little more. Relax. And from this position, I want you to slowly glide yourself all the way down and come back onto the ground. Right? So you all are facing down. We're going to try a few rounds of Bhujang Asana. Right? So first, just roll the shoulders, keep your hands on the ground and lift yourself up. Only the upper back will come up. Only the upper back. Stay there. Remember that it's only your spine that is taking that effort. The hands are only supporting you. So you might want to take your hands off the ground and see if you can hold the pose. Perfect. So we are working only on our back muscles. Let's do this in a flow about 5 to 6 times. All right. So slowly breathe out as you come down. Breathe in. Right. Exhale. Down. Inhale. Right. Exhale. Only the upper back. Inhale. Rise. 2 more. Exhale. Down. Inhale. Rise. Last one. Exhale. Down. Inhale. Rise and just stay there for 3. Hold the pose, not the breath. 2 and 1. Slowly come down. Now keep your hands by your side at the same level as your shoulders, a few inches off your mat. We are going to lift our mid back now above the ground. So we are going to go a little higher as we rise. All right. So roll the shoulders, inhale as you rise up, lifting the mid back up, and exhale down. Inhale, rise, exhale, down. 3 more. Inhale, rise, exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. And just 1 more and stay there. Hold the pose, not the breath. And exhale as you slowly come down. Bring your hands where they were initially. Make sure that your biceps are touching your body and your elbows are pointing upwards. We have a tendency to go chicken wings like this. No, keep them straight, pointing upwards, biceps touching the body. Now we are going to lift the entire back of the ground, working all the way down into our lower back. All right. So roll the shoulders, inhale, rise up. Exhale, slowly come down. 4 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, up. Stay there, holding the pose, not the breath. Slowly, you may curl your toes and rise up into the first downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana of the day. You may walk your feet a little, see if you can adjust your feet, bring your feet closer if needed, and just arch. Go deeper and deeper and see if you can bring your heels all the way down to the ground. 2 and 1. Slowly. You can walk your legs all the way to the front of your mat, keeping your hands where they are. Okay. You may grab hold of either shoulders. You may grab hold of either shoulders and just rock your body from side to side. Feeling that stretch on the spine. Since we already worked on the spine, you might have noticed that you can go a little deeper than you generally could. Slowly, you may stop rocking the body and come back to the center. Let go of your hands. And now when we are going to rise up, we're going to rise up very slowly, stacking one spinal vertebrae over the other, like a rag doll. Just first the lower back, then the mid back, and then finally the upper back. and rise up all the way. Okay. Let us counter this with a balancing pose. So let's start with our favorite Vrikshasan. Right leg stays on the ground, left leg all the way up. Focus, hands either all the way up or in Namaste. If you want a challenge, you might want to close your eyes. And you might fall also, but it's okay, get right back up. Now let's do a little modification. Take your left leg and try to keep it on the thigh, on the waist, in this position. You see this? Yep. If you want to, you can stay in this position. All right. For those of us who are a little more flexible, can take your hand from behind and grab hold of the toe once again. Tough. Yeah. Breathe in and breathe out and bend all the way down. See there. 2, 1, and slowly rise up and release your leg. Little challenging, isn't it? No worries. We're learning to push ourselves as much as we can. Let's try that with the other leg. Right leg on the top. Balance. Sirsasan. Slowly, you will take your right leg, bring it up all the way up onto the waist. Taking your right hand from behind your back, grabbing hold of the big toe. Slowly stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Gently rise up and release your legs. We're going to keep our feet a few inches off the ground. Okay, so the feet will be a few inches apart from each other. Yeah. Take your hands by your side. Turn your right foot outwards, just the right foot outwards. Okay. Now we're going to go into Trikona Asana, but make sure that when you're going into Trikona Asana, you're bending from the side. Make sure that you don't push the hip to the side. Okay, we have a tendency to push the hip. Don't do that. So just go as much as you can. Bend, 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 bend. Go as far as you can. If you can, try to hold your toe once again. Now the body might be facing down. So square those shoulders, look up. If I sandwich you between two glass panes, you should be the thinnest two-dimensional body if possible. 2, 1. Now, take your left hand on the ground and just twist into a revolved Trikonasana, and your right hand comes up. 2, and 1, and gently come back to the center and rise up once again and straighten your right leg. The same thing on the other side on the left leg. The left leg pointing outwards. First, go as straight as you can. Go as straight as you can and then bend. Three, 2, and 1. Right hand comes down. Left hand comes up. 3, 2, coming back to the center. Keeping your feet a little closer now, just a little closer. We're going to come down into our favorite early morning position called the Malasan. Let's see how many of us. So many of us have forgotten to sit in the Indian style. They keep sitting in the Western style, and this is a very challenging position for the Westerners. All the foreigners, they find this pose extremely difficult, but Indians are quite good at it for obvious reasons. This gives a lot of mobility to the hips. You might just want to rock your body a little. Now, keep your right hand on the ground. Okay? Lift your left hand and stretch. So you're opening up your right hip. Hold the pose, not the breath. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back into Namaste. Now the left hand comes down. Right hand opens up. Open up the chest, open up the hips. 2, and 1. Slowly coming back to Namaste. And let's sit down. Comfortable. One of the final poses for today. We are going to get into Ardha Matsyendra Asana. Alright. So the right leg will go under the hip. That's true. The left leg will go across the left knee. The right leg will go across the left knee. Sorry. Okay. So it will be this position. Okay. Now, take your left hand, bring it across. Your right hand will go behind. Complicated? Yeah, try it. So, this is the position how it looks. Now, if you can grab hold of your toe once again. Keep your hand on your ground if you want support to stretch. And if you want to go very deep into the pose, then take your hand and lock them like this. Now, this might be a little challenging. Yeah, so go only as far as you can. The first pose is that you can just stay over here and twist and look back. Okay. The second, you can grab hold of the toe. Third, you go into the lock. Right. Come back. Let's come back. Let's try it with the other side. Now the right leg is under your left. Your left leg bent. Take it across, lift it, keep it on the other side. Yeah. Take your left hand, push yourself up. On the ground, push yourself up. Okay. Take your right hand, bring it across, and just twist. And look behind you. If you can, grab hold of your left toe. And if we can, we try to go for a lock. 3, 2, and slowly release. Let us lie down on our mats, on our back, and we're going to try and get into a Sarvanga Asana or the shoulder stand. Okay? So people with cervical pains, women in their cycles should avoid this position. If you want, you can just stay over here. And those of us who are ready can go all the way up. It's good to include one inversion in our practice every day. 2, and 1. Slowly, very gently, without lifting your neck off the ground. Just back And let us lie down in Shavasana. You can make any adjustments to that body if you feel like. Keep your hands by your side. Make sure that every part of that spine is getting rested by the ground. Consciously try to push your lower back a little towards the ground. Tuck your core inside. Manaha means the mind. And the opposite of manaha is namaha, which means to surrender. In this position, let us learn to surrender our body, our mind, our divinity to true divinity and connect back to that source, to our core. We are of the nature of Sat, Chit, and Anand. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Slowly, you may move your toes and fingertips, becoming aware of the body. Let us gently curl to our right side whenever you feel like. You may gently curl to your right side, and with the help of your hands, whenever you feel complete, let us slowly rise up, keeping our eyes closed. Bring our hands in Namaste on the top of our heads and slowly bring them down near our forehead to the third eye, reminding us to have clear and noble intentions, positive thoughts, and for everyone's well-being. Fingertips to the throat, reminding us to always speak words of love and courage, knowledge and wisdom. And finally, fingertips to the heart center, reminding us to spread love you so much, Margaret, for sharing your practice. And it's beautiful. Wishing you a very, very, very happy day. And to all my fathers out there, wishing you a very happy Father's Day as well. See you 2 more days to go. Thank you so much.